Hello everybody, I'm Chuck Lamson, and this is the first in a series of videos I'm going to make about hiking. Sometimes these mainly are for my family and friends. As I do quite a lot of hiking, sometimes my friends are curious about where I go and why I hike and things like that, so I can just send them the links to these videos and they can see some of these hikes. And sometimes people are interested in finding a nice place to hike nearby, and so these might be a good way to stimulate people wanting to take these hikes. The other reason I started this is because late in the summer I have a permit to hike the John Muir Trail. That's about 210 miles from Yosemite to Mount Whitney. High altitude and long hike. I say I'm going to attempt that hike. I'm not sure I'm going to finish it, but that's the goal anyway. So I do need to take a lot of hikes, and I need to get in practice for videoing those hikes because I want to make a nice video of that adventure. Anyway, today we're here at the Dry Creek Trailhead near Alpine, Utah, where I live. And it's on the edge of the Lone Peak Wilderness, goes back up into the Wasatch Mountains. We'll hike up to Horsetail Falls. So that's something that you can find on All Trails if you want to see more about it and see some more reviews. Look up on All Trails, Horsetail Falls in the Wasatch. It's about 2 miles up and 2 miles back. It's wintertime now. It's probably about 28 degrees out there right now. So it's a bit cold. I don't do a whole lot of hiking in the winter. It's a weekday. It's actually Valentine's Day. So I may not see many people. There's one more car in the parking lot right now, and there'll probably be some more. Today I'm hiking solo. So when I'm by myself, I usually try to stay on a trail that's popular, and I will see other people on the trail. I also have informed my wife where I'm going. I also have a satellite communicator with me, and also my iPhone 14, which in an emergency also can be used as a satellite communicator. So not taking risks. I'm pretty risk averse when I'm hiking. So when I'm by myself hiking, I'm usually on a trail that's pretty popular and there are other people on the trail. Yeah, I'll just pause at various places and talk about some of the things I observe that I think are interesting. Maybe they'll be interesting to you too. Talk about some of the reasons I hike. Maybe I'll give some tips and pointers if that's interesting to people who haven't done much hiking. Okay, we'll shut it off for now. Well, maybe I'll just start by showing some of the gear I use. So, as you can see, it's pretty snowy. So this trail has been packed by now. On a packed trail, a nice thing to use is this. These are like chains. They have beads, hardened steel beads over a cable. I'm not sure which brand this is. It looks like maybe Yak Trax makes these. They just stretch over my boots. These are hiking poles. And I'll unfold those and lock them and use hiking poles. It helps a lot, especially on slick surfaces, to have a little more stability. A day pack with a liter of water. There's a creek along this trail. If for some reason I need more than a liter, I can drink right out of that stream. I've done it many times. It's just the melted snow. It doesn't have contaminants. A couple of light gloves, a hat, and my coat. I'm layered up pretty good. So we'll be hiking up this trail right over there, up into this canyon. Okay, I'm on the lower part of the trail. I thought I'd take a little bit of video for you so you can see what it's like here. Just pan around here. You can see the trail heading up the mountain right there. It's all covered with snow. And then the tops of the mountains to the south of me are also covered in the clouds. Quite pretty. And out there, back the way I came, if you look beyond the trail and beyond the trees, you can probably see Utah Valley, and on the other side, the Ochre Mountains. So just a beautiful, quiet place. Lovely morning. We'll keep on moving. I'll try to get some video of just hiking up the trail here. You can see what we got. Haven't seen anybody else yet. I saw that one car in the parking lot, but not seen anybody yet. Don't normally see much wildlife up here. Birds occasionally. I don't think I've even ever seen a deer or an elk or anything on this trail. From where I am, I doubt you can hear it on the phone microphone, but there's a stream off to my left in this canyon. I can hear it from here. It's not really close to the trail, maybe 50 yards down the hill. I'll just peek over this little ridge here, show you what I'm talking about. You can't really see the stream from here, but down there in those pines, there's a stream, Dry Creek. I've never seen it dry. It may be sometimes, but whenever I've been up here, there's been water in it to varying degrees. Okay, I stationed my camera in a tree because we've reached another interesting point in the trail, which I'll show you. But you can see behind me, there's tons of kind of large diameter pines. This is a really thick place with tons of pines, and I'm getting a little hot. So one tip is layer in the winter. So I've got a coat, and I've got this pullover long sleeve, another pullover long sleeve, slightly thinner, and a base layer. So I can shed this coat and should be pretty comfortable for a while. It's another reason I carry a day pack. It's not that I have a ton of stuff to carry. It's mostly empty. It's got an apple in there for later on. I'll eat that at the falls. But it's just a small REI day pack. And I can stuff my coat into there. And I could stuff my gloves and another layer in there if I wanted to. But right now, this will do. Might get a little bit warmer. Okay, another question you might have is it's pretty overcast today. So why am I wearing sunglasses? Well, in the winter when there's a lot of snow, even if it's overcast, I normally will wear sunglasses because it provides more contrast on the snow. And I just feel like I can see things better with my glasses on. These are actually prescription bifocal glasses. My vision is not so good anymore, so if I just wore regular sunglasses, I wouldn't be able to see very well. Another tip, this is my water. In the winter, I don't feel thirsty, but your body is consuming water. You're breathing it out as you respire. You're sweating, even though you don't feel like you're sweating sometimes. And you need to keep rehydrating. So just remind yourself to do that. When you take a rest break, take a few gulps of water. So I'm gonna take a few gulps right now. I'll get this out of the tree. We'll have a look around. So that's the trail up the mountain. This is the thick pines we're in. They go pretty tall. I don't know, maybe 50 feet, something like that. And then there's down the trail. Oh, and I see something up ahead. Can you see that there's a clearing up there? After the trail moves through these pines, we'll be into a clearing, which is the only big clearing along this trail. We call it the meadow. Nice. It's about halfway up to the falls. So it's a midpoint. Nice place to stop for a rest. So I will do that. I'll find some trees up there that I can sit under. Don't have too much snow. And I'll rest, but let's take a look here first. Okay, so this is a meadow. That's heading up the trail. This is just looking over the meadow. In the summertime, a lot of times, you know, kids will come up here, scout troops and friends, and this is where they'll camp up in this meadow overnight. Have a campfire. I don't know how much snow there is here, probably 2 or 3 feet over the winter so far. It's February now. It's actually Valentine's Day, February 14th. And over the winter, you know, total snowfall up here's probably been 5 or 6 feet, but it melts and compacts between storms, so it's not too deep. I have about crossed the meadow. That's the trail coming through the meadow there, and we're almost going out of it, but I see a nice little place to sit. You see over there, those rocks that are dry. There's even a trail going to it. That looks like a good place to sit and rest for a minute. So I will do that. I should have brought something to sit on. I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna sit here and rest for a few minutes and just soak it in. Maybe this is a good point for you to think about why it's nice to get out in the wilderness like this, especially by yourself. You know, look around, how beautiful it is. How quiet. There's one person through those trees leaving the clearing, another one coming through. So there's more people on the trail, but nice blue sky, beautiful snow, and just quiet. You might be able to hear the brook that's nearby, but that's about it. I don't hear any birds or anything. It's a good place to sit and think, you know. We have a lot to think about. Our jobs, our family, the people we lose, the new friends that we come across, and how we might be able to help people or do something worthwhile with our lives. I don't know. I think about a lot of things when I'm up here. It's a good time to just get away from all the distractions, think about life, and be grateful. Okay, we're headed up on the second half of the trail, which is much steeper, but still a nice trail. There's some places where in the summer there's water flowing in the trail all the time, so you can expect to get your feet a little bit wet sometimes, but you can usually avoid most of it. Oh, there's a peak of the stream down there. Probably can't see it very well, but it's there under the snow and brush. When we get to the falls, you get a good look at the water. I think right up here we're going to cross the stream, so I'll keep the video rolling. Yep, stream crossing right there, but this is just a trickle. There's a couple of these little streams that come together down below. The logs across this part. I am going to shut the video off so I don't have to deal with the camera while I cross. So if you hike this trail, There's a little spur coming off the main trail, just a few yards, and it goes to a lookout towards the falls. So we'll go up there. There's a nice little icicle in the tree here. See that? We'll go up here to the lookout. And yeah, this is a must-do when you hike up here. Just come off of this, and normally I'm standing on a big granite boulder under me, and over there, hopefully you can see the falls. There's a group of trees coming down, and then below it, there's a fall. Let me see if I can zoom this thing. Yeah, now you can see it. Call Horsetail Falls, probably for obvious reason. Kind of looks like a horsetail. Okay, if you come up here, the trail that cuts off to the lower part of the falls is not that obvious. You can pass right by it. So when you see this sign has directions to go to Deer Creek, Dry Creek, or North Mountain Trail. But if you go left, someone carved with a pocket knife and arrow going to the left. You can see it down at the bottom. You go left, and then not too much further is the cutoff. So you just look on the left side of the trail, and you'll see kind of in the winter it's pretty obvious. In summer it's a little less obvious because the trail keeps going up on the right side of the creek, and there are no footprints in that, but normally the main trail is going straight up there where there's no footprints. And this little bushwhack trail here is hard to see, but it'll take you down to the bottom of the falls. So I got to put my camera away because it's a little treacherous right here. Now, I'm on my way over to the falls, but the sun just broke out, and it is beautiful on that snow and the blue sky and the shadows of the trees on the snow. Look at that. Clouds up there on the top of the mountains. Just something else. There's my trail. A few more yards and I'll be at the, you can see the Ochres and beyond to whatever the next mountain range is back there towards the West Desert. Try to zoom in a little bit. See that? You see the Ochre Mountains there, and then way back there's another ridge. It's a very clear day. So that's it, Horsetail Falls. It's actually a bit rare when I'm here by the falls all by myself. Nobody else here. So I'm just enjoying it. Sit here for a few minutes, put my pack and poles over there, and just sit down with my water and apple and enjoy the sound of the water for a little while before I head back. Very nice. Well, I'm almost off the trail. Probably about a quarter mile left to go, so I think I'll end the video here, but I think I'll show you one thing first. We're up where the sun, there's a lot of sun now in the lower part, and this is sagebrush. And I love this plant because you rub this sage with your fingers a little bit and it releases the aroma of that sage, which is one of the nicest smells that you'll ever find in nature. So when you're out here hiking and you see this common sagebrush, test it out like that. See if you like it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be posting more. So bye.